our YouTube channel also, sir, GCT Alumni channel.
Okay. Because I was thinking if you would.
I think it's a time. Shall we start our session, sir?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, one and all present here. Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, GCT Alumni Association, and Voice Service Club of GCT Youth genuinely presents the wonderful webinar series. Great conversations and talks, bringing GCT alumni back to campus. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the third edition of our webinar series, that is the skills of tomorrow, navigating the AI world. Let me extend my warm welcome to our eminent guest speaker, Mr. Raghuram sir, an alumnus of our GCT. I extend my journal welcome to respected Dr. V. Prasanamurthy sir, Secretary of GCT Alumni Association and proud alumni of GCT who are gathered here, and all the participants of our webinar. This is my welcome note. I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. Mr. Raghuram sir have completed his bachelor degree in computer science engineering in Government College of Technology, Coimbatore at 2003. Sir is also a university gold medalist in his batch. He have completed his executive education in Harvard Business School in the field of high potential leaderships in 2016. Sir has worked as software engineer in HCL Technologies and also worked in the field of insurance domain worked in the field of insurance domain on an application for Jenner, one of the largest reinsurance in US. Sar is the co-founder of Fruity's GmbH company. He has held various positions and finally worked as the vice president of SAP Industries for 13 years in Germany. Now he is worked as the vice president software engineering in Deutsche Telekom, Germany. Mr. Raghu sir is a curious strict leader with successful track record of building and leading global software engineering teams and delivering software products, deep technology and architecture expertise with hands-on experience in distributed big data systems, Internet of Things, cloud platforms, microservices, and machine learning. Experience in writing code in all the three-tier architecture layers, from programming databases to server middleware to user interfaces. In this wonderful occasion, I have to thank our respected principal of GCT, Dr. P. Thamarai ma'am, Dr. V. Prasanamurthy sir, Secretary of GCT Alumni Association, and whole GCT Alumni Association and student members of Voice Service Club of GCT Youth for the wonderful support to successfully presenting the series. Before entering into the session, we put one request among all the participants. Participants, please mute yourself during the entire session. If you have any questions and queries, please put in the chat box only. Now I'm handing over the session to our guest speaker, Mr. Raghuram sir.
Thank you, Anand. First of all, it's really so I feel really happy to be part of this session here and talk to you. It's been 17 years since I completed my bachelor's in computer science from GCT, and I really have a lot of good memories from my 4 years of college. And I've always thought, as I was, going through my professional career, to really give back to the students. I mean, I never got an opportunity, so it really feels good after 17 years today to be able to talk to the next budding engineers of GCT about the skills of tomorrow and how do you navigate the AI world. So I was asked to mix a bit of Tamil and English, so I will try. So in the talk, it's about skills in the sense of hard skills. Now all the technologies, all the concepts, programming languages, those kind of things which you can learn. But most importantly, it's also about the soft skills. One thing you'll realize after you start to work is that soft skills matter more than the hard skills, because hard skills can always be learned quickly. But soft skills like, how do you work with others? How do you treat others? How do you communicate? So in the very soft skills, in the professional world, it's much more important than hard skills. So I'm going to talk a bit about both. So to get started, நீங்க எவ்வளோ பேர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் மூவி பார்த்துருப்பீங்கன்னு தெரில. நான் காலேஜ் படிக்கும்போது it was one of the most, let's say, famous science fiction movie. Especially நான் first year college படிக்கும்போது இந்த மூவி வந்துச்சு. I remember watching it at least 3 or 4 times to understand என்னதான் சொல்ல வர்றாங்க, அதில் என்ன கான்செப்ட், what are they actually trying to do. And if you look at the world today, it's a bit similar to how it's in the Matrix, right? We're surrounded by computers. We're surrounded by computers in the sense of traditional laptops or desktops. It's all about small devices which have computing power, which have storage, which are most importantly connected to the internet. So pretty much we are surrounded by ones and zeros everywhere. That's the reality of today. But 20 years ago, in the even internet was just coming up at that time. So it wasn't that, let's say, well known, what did it mean to be surrounded by computers. And it's one of my favorite movies. And this, in the movie, ரெண்டு particular scene which I really like. நீங்களாம் பார்த்திருப்பீங்களான்னு தெரியல. I mean, you might, I'm not even sure if you would have watched this movie. But in case you have, there is one scene where Neo, who's a hero of the movie, நியோ வந்து ஒரு பையனை பார்க்க போவான். அந்த பையன் வந்து கையில ஸ்பூன் வச்சிருப்பான். ஸ்பூன் வச்சுட்டு அந்த பையன் he tries to bend the spoon, and Neo is surprised with that. And then the small boy basically tells him, there is no spoon அப்படிமா. அதோட inner meaning என்னன்னா, it's all in your mind, so it's all in your head. So if you believe you can do it, then you can do it. So that's the whole point behind that. And எனக்கு அது ஏன் பிடிக்கும்னா, it's basically telling about trusting your abilities. So நம்ம மேல நம்பிக்கை வைக்கணும், first of all, like in the sense that whatever we do, we can do. And that also means don't get bogged down by உங்களை சுத்தி நடக்கிற விஷயங்கள். In the sense of, let's say, if you're getting low marks, or if you're not scoring good ranks, or let's say you're not getting placed in the top company, all of this, don't get bogged down. And most importantly, don't feel miserable comparing yourself with others, right? I mean, everybody is individual. So மற்றவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் பிளேஸ் ஆயிட்டாங்க, or they're getting really good marks, and என்னால் அவ்வளோ நல்லா கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண முடியல, இங்கிலீஷ் பேச முடியல. These kind of things, don't get bogged down with that, because end of the day, it's all about trusting your own abilities. So that's one really important message that I would like to share with you. இன்னொரு சீன் இந்த படத்துல எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது என்னன்னா, நியோட்ட வந்து Morpheus, he goes and gives him the red pill and the blue pill கொடுத்து he basically asks him to choose, which basically means, I mean, if he takes the blue pill, then he goes back to his comfort zone, so basically back to the Matrix. Red pill வந்து it's a truth. So and அந்த இது எனக்கு ஏன் ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்னா, a lot of times you will be confronted with options. So there are options you have to choose in life, and most of the times, out of fear of doing something new, we try to choose the easiest one. So நம்ம கம்ஃபர்ட் ஜோன்ல என்ன நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதோ அதையே சூஸ் பண்ணும், which is in that case, Neo choosing the blue pill and then going back to his own comfort zone. So என்னுடைய careerலயே I have tried to do different things, and there are sometimes I did things which I didn't really know if I will succeed or not, but I just did it because comfort zone le irundona we will never progress. So especially now I worked 14 years at SAP, which is the largest business software company in the world, And after working for so long there, I thought I should do something different. So இப்போ நான் ஒர்க் பண்ற Deutsche Telekom வந்து it's a consumer business, meaning direct consumers order product develop பண்றது, and my previous job was more around business software. So this was a completely new domain. I mean, I have done pretty much nothing in this domain, but I still thought I should do it. And that's how you feel good about doing something new. So இன்னொரு which I want to say is, உங்க comfort zone விட்டு வெளியே போறதுக்கு தயாரா இருங்க. So which could mean learning something new, trying something different. And that's really another important message that I would want to share is, be curious. ஏதாவது புதுசா ட்ரை பண்றதுக்கு தயங்காதீங்க, ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு யோசிக்காதீங்க. This is all the things that will get you further in life. So having said this, talking about a bit of skills. So இங்கிலீஷ்ல வந்து வேல்யூஸ் அப்படிம்பாங்க. வேல்யூஸ்க்கு வந்து I don't know if there is a ரைட் தமிழ்ல என்ன டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ண தெரியல. மதிப்புன்னு சொல்லலாம், இல்ல உங்களோட பிலீஃப் சொல்லலாம், நம்பிக்கை. So there are certain things that I hold really dear to me as values that I've learned over the last, I don't know, right from my childhood going into college and then also when I started working. And I want to talk a bit about those values, because when you start working, நான் முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த hard skills வந்து will only get you so far. The soft skills, that's really much more important. So let's talk a bit about these values. Before that, I think most of you will know this place. Now and then, talks really tell them the history behind it. So இது வந்து தஞ்சாவூர்ல பெரிய கோயில், and உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளோ ஹிஸ்டரி தெரியும் தெரியல. It was built 1000 years ago, and அந்த கோபுரம் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த overall height, it's 66 meters actually. And மேல இருக்க அந்த விமானம், அந்த மேல இருக்க அந்த single piece வந்து, it's actually a single piece of stone which weighs around 60 tons. So it's a single ஒரே கல்லு, 60 டன் வெயிட் உள்ள கல் அது. அண்ட் யோசிச்சு பாருங்க, 1000 years முன்னாடி எப்படி வந்து சோழர்கள் அவ்வளோ ஹைட்டுக்கு அந்த கல்லை கொண்டு போயிருக்க முடியுங்கிறது. It's actually I mean, a lot of people just, there are a lot of conspiracy theories around how they actually did it. ஒரு லைன் ஆஃப் தாட் என்னன்னா, ஒரு 6 கிலோமீட்டருக்கு they built and kind of an inclined plane. So இப்படி ஒரு 6 kilometers plane create பண்ணி, and they say that they push it all the way up to the top with elephants. இன்னொரு என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, concentric circles create பண்ணி, and they slowly raise it up to the top. In any case, I mean, think about it. 1000 years ago, 66 meters high, and 80 ton of a single block of stone. Now, this is a remarkable feat of excellence. So excellence has been a really important value that I hold very dear to me. So நான் என்ன பண்றதா இருந்தாலும், I try to go for excellence. So நம்ம பண்ற வேலையை வந்து எக்ஸலன்ஸ், தமிழ்ல சிறப்பா பண்றதுமாங்க. பண்ற வேலையை, பண்ற ஒர்க்கை, நம்ம என்ன டாஸ்க் பண்றோமோ, pursuing excellence, that's been one of my, let's say, key values. And நம்ம மட்டும் பர்சியூ பண்ணாம, இட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ அபவுட் டிமாண்டிங் எக்ஸலன்ஸ். ஸோ காலேஜ்ல வந்து ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணுவீங்க எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து. நாங்க காலேஜ்ல ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது யூஸ்வலி 6-7 பேர் சேர்ந்து ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணுவோம். டிப்பிக்கலி ஒரு 2 பேர் எல்லா வேலையும் பண்ணிட்டு, and the rest of the guys basically used to just come along towards the end and then present it back. இப்போ அதை பத்தி யோசிக்கும் போது, I really feel that I should have demanded them to be also at the same level of, let's say, hard work and excellence that I was putting in. இதை ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, நீங்க usually school, collegeல எல்லாம் it's very much individual oriented, meaning there is a lot of நான் என்ன பண்றேன் அப்படிங்கிறத சுற்றி தான் நிறைய இருக்கும். But the moment you start to work, take any kind of work, it's all about teamwork. So team மற்றவங்களோட சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணும், collaboration becomes important, communication becomes important. So அந்த மாதிரி situationல நம்ம மட்டும் எக்ஸலண்டா இல்லாம மத்தவங்க நம்ம கூட ஒர்க் பண்றவங்களையும் யூ நீட் டு டிமாண்ட் த சேம் லெவல் ஆஃப் எக்ஸலன்ஸ். அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது தான் தென் டுகெதர் அஸ் எ டீம் யூ கேன் டெலிவர் அண்ட் தென் கிரியேட் தி அவுட்புட் அஸ் ரிக்வயர்ட். இதை ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா once you start working you'll also clearly know that it's not about what you do. So நம்ம தனியா என்ன பண்றோங்கிறது it doesn't matter at all. It's all about what the team delivers together. So team சேர்ந்து என்ன deliver பண்றோமோ, இப்போ product develop பண்றோம், இல்ல it could be a service that you develop, or it could be whatever kind of work that you do. This whole pursue and demand excellence, இது வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். I would really hold this to be one of the most important value that I really value. Let me tell you a secret here. நான் 4 years of college GCT படிச்சபோது I never did any paper presentations, so zero paper presentations. I didn't participate in any group discussion, in the GD and all of those things. I never did that. Even placement companies வரும்போது I used to avoid companies where you have to go and talk. The reason being not that that I was lazy or எனக்கு பிடிக்கல அப்படின்னா, it was just fear. I was afraid of something. என்ன ரீசன்னா, when I was small, so when I started studying, I used to stammer. So stutter இல்லையா, தமிழ்ல திக்குவாய் அப்படிமா. So I used to stammer, and a lot of things now, second, third, fourth படிக்கும்போது I still remember. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே ஸ்கூல் போறதுக்கு எனக்கு வந்து பிடிக்காது. ஏன்னா அன்னைக்கு போனா வந்து எந்திரிச்சு பேர் சொல்லணும். ஸோ பேர் சொல்றது எவ்வளவு ஈஸியான வேலை, பட் வாஸ் த மோஸ்ட் டிஃபிகல்ட் திங் ஃபார் மீ டு டூ. And அது எப்படி I got out of that was basically thanks to my teachers. So ஏன்னா வந்து முன்னாடி போய் they used to tell me to go and read in the assembly, இல்ல ஏதாவது present பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க. On one occasion, one of my teachers even made me go and kind of host a session. So for a long time it was actually bothering me. Like I was good in class, so I was usually I used to come first in the class. So எல்லாமே நல்லா பண்றேன், but in the public speaking மட்டும் it was kind of always bothering me. ஏன் என்னால பண்ண முடியல. And then the way I got out of it, even when I came to college, I was still very afraid. I still remember, I think it was first year of college. It was a chemistry class. So chemistry class, they asked me to, usually teachers, when they ask you to stand and read, படிக்க சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா. So I remember once when a teacher asked me to read, and I basically froze. So எந்திரிச்சு நின்னுட்டனால பேச முடியல. And that, again, it's basically the fear of embarrassing yourself. And then from then on, it was more like, I don't really want to go up again and talk about things and, public speaking. அதனாலே paper presentation avoid பண்ணேன். GDs avoid பண்ணேன். But looking back, I think that was a mistake. Because அதுக்கு அப்புறமா வந்து, இப்போ என்னோட recent workல எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, I actually lead teams which are around 300 people who are in my teams. And I need to do like all hands meetings. All hands meeting na ellarodayum பேசணும். So 300 பேருக்கு முன்னாடி போய் நின்னு பேசணும், and I'm very comfortable doing that. And the reason is I basically grew out of that by doing it again and again. So that's what I call with excellence. It's really, if you keep doing something again and again, then you're basically pursuing excellence. So in the mari, if you have your own fears, என்னோட கூட படிச்ச சில, there were few friends who are actually from Tamil medium. So Tamil mediumல இருந்து வந்தனால இங்கிலீஷ் அவ்வளவு பேச வராதுன்ட்டு they used to feel very bad. Placementலாம் வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சு. Then they didn't get jobs and all that. But much more than English தெரியலங்கிறது, it was more the fear. It was more the fear of நம்ம எப்படி communicate பண்றோம், நம்மள இது. So basically, don't worry about that. Just go ahead. Don't care about what others are doing. So just do things that you like, and at some point you will basically overcome all of that. என்னோட கூட படிச்ச ஒரு friend வந்து, she actually took a long time to get a job. but then we helped her a lot. She also went to a English course and all that stuff, and then she's now very comfortable. So and திரும்பி பார்க்கும்போது it all looks like நம்ம இதெல்லாம் தாண்டி வந்தோமான்றது, but at that time it sounds big. What I'm saying is keep pursuing excellence. So நம்ம பண்றத பெட்டரா பண்ணலாம், என்ன பண்ணலாங்கிறத, so keep pursuing and also demand the same kind of excellence from others as well. So this is the first value or skill that I think will really help you a lot as you start to come out of the college and start to work. Second thing that I would like to talk about, it's about failures. We never talk about failures at all. I mean, that somehow it's also in our culture that failures. Who talks about failures? I mean, even if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you would really see some kind of a successful person who was I was university gold medalist, top ranker in college, and then I worked for a very long time at SAP, which is one of the leading business software companies. I've led product development teams, very large teams. If I'm working at Deutsche Telekom, so all of this kind of feels like everything has been successful, but it's not really true. I've had so many failures. In fact, I also wrote an article in LinkedIn about failures, and how failures actually help you overcome all of those dogma that you have associated with that. So if I go back in time, the most important thing that I think where I failed was I was actually studying 12th standard, Madurai படிச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன் அப்ப. And I was actually doing pretty good in school, and like everybody around me, so my parents, my teachers, everybody expected me to come class first and then school first and district first and all of it. So there are a lot of expectations. And it was actually maths examination. So, and I think it was usually 3 hours அப்போ நான் 2 ஹவர்ஸ்ல வந்து முடிச்சிட்டேன். மொத்த எக்ஸாமையுமே 2 ஹவர்ஸ் முடிச்சிட்டேன் நானு. முடிச்சிட்டு I was just kind of going through all the answers. திருப்பி கரெக்டா பண்ணிருக்கேன். நான் எல்லாமே செக் பண்றேன். I had 1 hour left. அப்புறம் கடைசியில 1 hour அந்த ஜஸ்ட் கொடுக்க போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி I thought, let me count the number of 10 mark questions that I have written. So there was like 5 minutes for the bell to ring. So count பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சேன். அப்பதான் I realized like ஒரு ஷீட் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஷீட் மாறும்போது I had ஒரு question விட்டுட்டேன் நான். So 10 mark question எழுதணும். I only wrote 9, meaning 10 marks were gone. So then I was so upset. Actually, எனக்கு ஆன்சர் தெரியும். So it was not that I didn't know. சரி, ஃபாஸ்டா எழுத ஆரம்பிச்சேன். I think I kind of ஒரு background noise. Can you go on mute?
சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கும்.
I think there is some background noise. So whoever is talking, can you go on mute, please? Okay. So எழுத ஆரம்பிச்சேன். Then then the bell rang and then I gave the paper. And I mean back then, like 10 marks in your 12th examination actually translates to 5 marks in the cutoff. So 5 mark cutoff, it's a very big thing. I wanted to go to the top college in Tamil Nadu, like a top college படிக்கணும். That was basically my dream back then. So it was all gone. நான் முடிச்சிட்டு வெளியே வந்தோடனே the entire school knew that நான் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு question விட்டுட்டேன். அதனால வந்து whatever. I mean, I won't get the mark that I wanted. So back then that was it affected me a lot because there was a lot of people who expected so much from me, and this whole thing that I failed their expectations, that affected me a lot. But one thing which I usually do is I draw a line between what others expect from me and what I set for myself. So I think there's again some more background noise. Anand, can you mute everybody? Is that possible?
Yes, sir. We will mute you also.
Can you mute everyone? Okay. I think it's a bit disturbing, but let me continue. So Adam, I tend to draw a line between what others expect from me than what I expect about myself. So that has always helped me to treat failures in the right way. So that one was a big episode in my life where Nenacha College போக முடியல, and that's how I actually ended up at GCT. So that back then it felt like a big failure, but yeah, things happen and then you get along with life. அதுக்கப்புறமும் வந்து I remember that it was I think 4th year, and then placements time, and usually like the top companies come in the first, and I was again supposed to get placed in the first company. But first company I didn't even pass the aptitude test, and that again was a big kind of embarrassment that everybody was expecting me to get placed, but I actually didn't get placed at all. இப்போ யோசிச்சு பார்க்கும்போது it was a bit of overconfidence at that time, which I think I should have prepared well. அந்த டைம்ல கொஞ்சம் ஓகே, நம்ம தான் மார்க்ஸ் இருக்கு, தென் எப்படியும் பிளேஸ் ஆயிரும் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஓவர் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் was basically what led me to not prepare well. But again, that didn't matter a lot. I mean, after that, I think we got placed in the next company that came. It was HCL. In fact, 30 people from my batch, we all got placed there. So that was again, it might look like failure, but in hindsight, I knew what I learned, and then I get along. So what I'm trying to say is, don't get bogged down by failures. And so it's always about what you learn from those, and as long as you haven't quit, it's called learning. So அதாவது நீங்க எப்போ நீங்க ஒரு டாஸ்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களோ அதை விடுறீங்களோ, that's a time when that's when you actually think it's a failure, but until then it's all learning. So think of it as learning that you take out, and what to do and what not to do. So failures nala don't get bogged down again. Take them as learnings. So failures பத்தி பேசணும்ப்பா. The next thing I want to talk a bit is about curiosity. So on the left hand side you actually see a Bugatti Veyron, and உங்களுக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு லெகோ பில்டிங் பிளாக்ஸ் தெரியும்னு தெரியல. This car is actually a working car made only out of Lego blocks. So it's purely made out of Lego blocks. So நான் வந்து ஒரு வாட்டி இதை லிங்க்டின்ல வந்து என்னோட நியூஸ் ஃபீட்ல காட்டுச்சு, நான் பார்த்துருந்தேன். தென் என்னோட my elder son, he was 8 years old at that time. ஸோ அவன் அதை பார்த்துட்டு he got interested. இது என்னது, அவனுக்கு லெகோ வந்து ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். ஸோ he's a big fan of Legos and he's a big fan of cars. So Bugatti Veyron being the fastest car, and again Lego is something that he likes to do. So he got interested. அப்புறம் அது என்னன்னு கேட்டான், and then அவனே வந்து எங்கேயோ வேற ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பேசி, then he found out that there is actually a Lego வந்து you can build your own Veyron. So that's what you actually see on the right side. And the car வந்து the one that he built actually has 4,500 pieces, and அதுக்கு ஒரு 600 page manual, like step by step turn manual to say how to do it. And it took him almost like I think 30 hours over ஒரு 3-4 நாளா உட்கார்ந்து பண்ணாங்க. Again, I was so impressed with how an 8-year-old can sit patiently and do that, all coming out of the curiosity, right? I mean, எப்படிதான் அது பண்றோம், என்ன நடக்குது, how is it all going to come back? So curiosity is actually a very important thing. I mean, if you think about it also from college, right? I mean, நீங்க ஏதோ புதுசா ஏதோ கத்துக்கிறீங்க, curiosity is the one that makes you ask, what's the concept behind it, what's the technical things behind it. It's not just about seeking answers. So பதில் தேடுறது மட்டும் இல்லை, it's also about asking questions. So ஏதாவது ஒன்று நம்மளை சுற்றி நடக்குது, or you come to know about something new, ask why is it happening, எதனால அது நடக்குது, and that curiosity always helps. So என்னோட careerலையுமே I have the curiosity is basically what has made me do new things when I see things around. And being curious usually also helps you to not just be happy with what you're doing. So be content with what you're doing. So the second value that I really hold very close is curiosity, and curiosity also really helps a lot. In you're curious, they also give you more and more stuff to do. So that's one reason why I really think curiosity is another important one. So really staying curious is another soft skill that we all need to learn. So, and the third thing, Anana, I'm a big fan of Pixar movies. So I hope most of you have also grown up, watching Pixar movies. The guy that you see on screen is actually Greg Brando. So he's a former CTO of Pixar. இவரை நான் மீட் பண்ணேன் ஒரு ஐ திங்க் 2015 நினைக்கிறேன். It was a leadership training இட்டலியில. So Greg has actually worked with Steve Jobs. So he worked very closely with Steve Jobs on a lot of those Pixar movies which they made. Now I've always been amazed with Pixar movies. Like, I mean, who would think about making a rat to cook, or who would think about a lifeless robo, which tries to save the earth? So they really make a lot of very creative stories. அவர்கிட்ட கேட்டேன் நான் அவரை மீட் பண்ண போது I asked him, Pixar வந்து place full of creative people, right? I mean, people who think and create new things. And especially creative people க்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா usually they have a lot of ego, right? I mean, நம்ம தான் பண்றோம் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஈகோ வந்து எப்பவுமே ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கும். So I asked him, எப்படி a bunch of creative people வந்து ஒரு ரூம்ல வச்சு how do you actually manage it? Because whenever there is ego, there is a lot of conflicts. Like நான் தான் பெருசு, நீ தான் பெருசு, நான் சொல்ற விதத்தெல்லாம் பண்ணணும், இது இப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது, நிறைய கான்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் வரும். So I asked him, like, எப்படி இதெல்லாம் வந்து மேனேஜ் பண்ணுவீங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்டேன். So and what he said has really stuck with me for ever since I heard it from him. So அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, நாங்க of course we are all individually very creative people. We have accomplished a lot and we have done a lot of stuff. But ஒரு டீம்னு வரும்போது, especially when you are in a teamwork or team discussion, we basically leave our ego at the door. So அங்க வந்து யார் சொல்றாங்கிறது முக்கியம் இல்ல, எதை பத்தி பேசுறோங்கிறது தான் முக்கியம். So even ஒரு most junior person can also give an opinion, and the senior most person cannot tell him that நீ உனக்கு புதுசு, உனக்கு எதுவும் தெரியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. If the idea they talk about has merit, then it needs to be heard. So அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, it's more important of what is being said than who says it. So and the concept of not having ego is actually a really important one, because when you start working in a team, it's all about teamwork. So முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி காலேஜ்ல இருக்கும்போது it's more individual, and then it more goes more towards teamwork. And teamwork வரும்போது it's all about how you treat others. நீங்க மத்தவங்களை எப்படி நடந்துக்கிறீங்க, எப்படி கம்யூனிகேட் பண்றீங்க, நீங்க நினைக்கிற கான்செப்ட், நீங்க நினைக்கிற இதை வந்து எவ்வளவு கிளியர் அண்ட் கிறிஸ்பா கம்யூனிகேட் பண்றீங்க. And more importantly, being nice to others. So being nice to people is actually a very, very important thing that will take you a very long place in your corporate world. I actually want to share a story about I think it was 2015. SAP la work பண்ணிருக்கும்போது I had a small team, and then I had just hired a really bright student. He was from IIT Bombay. He had like top academic credentials. So I hired him, and he came to work for me here in Germany. So he was academically very brilliant. So if you give him something, then he would basically get it done. But most of the team members, so மத்தவங்க கூட work பண்ணவங்க எல்லாம் வந்து they didn't want to work with him. So it was really difficult to work with him in a team. ஏன்னா ஏதாவது ஒரு ஐடியா கொண்டு வந்தா then he'll basically say no, this is this is wrong, or உனக்கு தெரியாது எனக்கு தான் தெரியும் அப்படிங்கிற very egocentric person. At some point I realized that you can have the most brilliant person in the team, but if he's not able to work with others, so மத்தவங்களோட சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியலன்னா that doesn't help. And I actually had to let him go. So after 1 year he quit the team, and then he moved on to something else. And adukapram the team oda morale really grew a lot. So enna neenga evlo brilliant ah irundalum, unless you are able to work with others in a collaborative, constructive, communicative way, that is going to be very, very tough. So again, being nice, this is another soft skill that you all need to learn, especially when it comes to teamwork and collaboration. So இதுவரைக்கும் we spoke about soft skills. Let's also talk a bit about the hard skills. And when you think about hard skills, you might have heard about the 4 generations of computers, right? So first generation from vacuum tubes to transistors, and then to integrated circuits, and finally microprocessors. And எப்படி இது எல்லாமே வந்து basically created a revolution in computing. But அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த 90s ல இருந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா there are a lot of things that have happened when it comes to computing and computer science that basically changed the way how the world basically works. So if you start with the first generation, right? So internet or the World Wide Web. So in the comic எதுக்கு போட்டேன்னா, I still remember 1999 ல when we had those first computers and internet connect பண்றதுனா அப்பலாம் வந்து dial up modems இருக்கும். So dial up modemsல வந்து you have to basically click பண்ணும், connect பண்ணும், and then beep 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 அது கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு அந்த modem ஓட sound வரும், and then it takes really long time before you get connected to internet. And internet connect பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறமும் bandwidth would be so slow that pictures la வந்து அப்படி it used to get painted slowly as you start loading websites. And அப்போ வந்து அந்த Internet Explorer was basically what a computer was for us, right? I mean, that was the gateway to browsing. And இப்போ இருக்க kids பாத்தீங்கன்னா, for them it's basically Facebook is what computer, what internet is. So internet as such plus this World Wide Web has really changed a lot in the way we interact with digital things. So and 2 companies which actually did really well was one the Amazon and 2 the Google. Especially when you think about new business models. Business model, how do you make money out of all of these technologies, right? So Amazon, they started selling online. And right now, I think they make multi-billion revenue in dollars just from this concept of selling online. Google, Google started doing digital advertising, meaning நீங்க ஏதாவது search பண்றீங்கன்னா, then they basically advertise products related to what you're searching. And just in the digital advertising மட்டுமே, I think it's around 60 billion euro revenue generate பண்ற ஒரு business. So like really big companies have come out of very fundamentals of internet and the world wide web. And this is what I would call as the first generation of platforms. Second generation platform பாத்தீங்கன்னா, it's what we call as cloud computing. So நான் graduate பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் I think it took like 5-6 years when this whole cloud computing அப்படிங்கிற concepts to become popular. So basically, what is cloud computing? உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது, if you have to write code and deploy somewhere, then you need a computer, right? So cloud computing basically means that this computer is somewhere in the cloud, operated by someone, and you get access through APIs. So in very simple terms. And the reason why it became so popular is that there is all the upfront cost you needed to get computing power is now gone. So நீங்க எவ்வளவு யூஸ் பண்றீங்களோ அதுக்கு மட்டும் pay பண்ண போதும். So there are these pay as you go models, usage models, subscription based models. இதெல்லாம் வந்து முன்னாடி கிடையாது. So முன்னாடி you needed a lot of computing power and you had to purchase all of them upfront to basically do anything worthwhile. But again, in the comic அதோட disadvantage, a lot of people think, ஓகே நம்ம வந்து ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராசஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப காம்ப்ளெக்ஸா இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா then it's easy like okay let's put it into the cloud and it becomes easier, but it's not that easy, right? So cloud computing, I would also call it as a second generation platforms. And again, in this area, I think there are a couple of big tech companies that have done very well. Opened up this whole cloud computing market, and Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. So all of these guys have basically caught up. And in terms of for you, in terms of skills that people will look for, when you start to work, especially computer science students, all of these things are actually applicable to any domain. I mean, right now, even our cars have computing power in there. Buildings have become smart buildings. So all of this is applicable to even more domains. And in terms of cloud computing, if you look for like concrete skills, right? Start from the infrastructure. So Kubernetes, Docker, and how do you build code, release, continuous integration, continuous deployment. So இதெல்லாமே வந்து like very required skills which people look for, right? ஒரு எப்படி modern native cloud computing knowledge இருக்காங்கிறது, there is a lot of people who actually look for. So இப்போ உங்களுக்கு இருக்க டைம்ல you could also, I mean, right now you have all these massive online courses. I mean, நாங்க படிக்கும்போது there was pretty much nothing around, right? So if you have time, take these courses, learn a lot about, I mean, not just what is in your academic, theory la irukadhu mattum illama, also learn what's out there, what's required today. இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற, if you have to start working, these are all the skills that people actually look for. So cloud computing is another important thing, which is becoming more and more important, and I think this will get even more important as we go on. The third generation, it's about mobile computing. So again, na college padikumbodhu, we had those brick Nokia phones, and the 3310 are the phones that we had. I even had some very early Motorola phones back then, but ipo vandu, like smartphones have become so normal. And again, the comic is all about na munadi na like வேற வேற டிவைசஸ் வச்சிருந்தேன், பட் இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு ஃபோன் மட்டுமே யூஸ் பண்ணேன். லைக் டெலிஃபோன் ஆகட்டும், வெப் ப்ரௌசர், கேமரா, நியூஸ் பேப்பர், ஃபிளாஷ் லைட், டிவி ரிமோட், டூத் பிரஷ் மட்டும்தான் இன்னும் நான் வந்து ஃபோன் யூஸ் பண்ணலங்கிறது. இட்ஸ் அ காமிக் விச் பேசிக்கலி ட்ரைஸ் டு say that smartphones have become so ingrained. And again, mobile computing is also something that will become more and more prevalent. And in the there are basically two categories. One is Apple and the other one is Android. So iOS or Android are the two major platforms. And even there, in terms of the platforms, there are all these app stores, and all these app stores, if you look at it, they create 30-40 billion revenue, overall. And Apple makes a lot of money out of that. The people who actually do the apps make a lot of money out of that. So mobile computing is also another important trend that will continue to grow. And inge pathina, in terms of skills, make yourself familiar with how do you develop applications, or how do you do things for mobile devices. It could be smartphones, it could be tablets. What kind of frameworks, technologies, front end technologies like React Native, இல்ல இப்போ புதுசா Flutter அப்படின்னு ஒன்று வந்திருக்கு. So there are a lot of new things that come up. And one other thing that I want to stress here is, in our domain, you cannot think that you have known everything. So constant learning, and the constant learning is really important. So you need to keep learning. I mean, this year I made a proposal that I would start learning Go language, because now program பண்ணி ரொம்ப நாள் ஆகுது. It's almost like 5 years since I wrote some code, but somehow I felt that I have to learn something new, and Golang has become popular since a couple of years now. So I made a point to myself that I would learn something new, and I would also urge you to do the same. So keep learning. I mean, keep learning, and continuous learning, and combined with that curiosity, that's really, really crucial. So coming back to mobile computing, this will become even more important. which leads me to the fourth generation, which is again a topic that's very close to me, voice assistants. இப்போ நான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க ஒர்க் டாச்சி டெலிகாம்ல வந்து we are actually building a voice assistant. So Alexa, Google Assistant மாதிரி we are building our own voice assistant. And voice assistants are also, if you think about it, it's actually very, it might seem very simple. You ask a question and you expect a response, but there is very sophisticated machine learning and AI behind it. So, just if நம்ம எப்படி மத்தவங்க பேசுறத கேட்டு ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்றோமோ, and there are like billions of neurons that fire in our head to basically, respond to that. That's how voice assistants also work. So voice assistants, when you think about it, automatic speech recognition, natural language understanding, these are like very upcoming fields of AI. I mean, in fact, they're actually very old. I mean, NLP is like 60 years old, but because of all the advances we had in cloud computing and computing power and all of that, machine learning has really, in the last, let's say, decade, it's grown a lot. And voice assistants, when it's also a very cool field to be actually working in. So it is related. I think there are a lot of things that you can learn out there, which can also help you in your, let's say, job search or anything that you want to do when you come out of college. And where is this all going to end, right? So next generation அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, I think quantum computing will become, more and more prevalent. So what is quantum computing, right? So நம்மளோட classical computing we have, ones and zeros. So the bit can either be in one of those states, yeah? So either 0 or 1. Quantum computing the qubit can be in a third state, which is called, superposition, which is, it can be both. So it can be both 0 or 1. And this is actually a very powerful concept, which for a set of computing problems, which takes a lot of time. So time complexity computing problems, it will basically, change the way we approach those problems at all. And what this will lead to, என்னோட வியூல, is general purpose AI. So இது வரைக்கும் we have artificial intelligence, பாத்தீங்கன்னா it's all very narrow. So either voice assistants பண்ணலாம், or autonomous driving பண்ணலாம், or machine learning, you can recognize pictures. So it's all very narrow. General purpose AI is still at least 5 to 10 years ahead. And I think these are things that will become more prevalent also going into the futures. எதுக்கு இதை பத்தி பேசினேன் அப்படின்னா, these are all skills that you can also think about, which will become important in the future, and also start learning things towards that. So far we spoke about soft skills, which is pursue and demand excellence, stay curious and be nice. And then also in terms of hard skills, I spoke about all these computing platforms, internet ஆரம்பிச்சு, world wide web, going into cloud computing, அதுக்கப்புறம் mobile computing and voice assistants. And in the future, it could also be general purpose AI. And I think we are getting to the end of the session. So I would like to close with this, with something which I want to say is that ஆரம்பத்துல அந்த story சொன்னேன் இல்லையா, that I maths examல mark கம்மியானனால I didn't get to the college that I wanted. In fact, GCT was not my first option of a college that I wanted to join. But if I look back on the 4 years of college, has actually had a tremendous impact on basically my life. There are two important things that I actually learned in college. First one, the most important thing that I learned is actually the ability to learn. It's not about what you learn, it's about how quickly can you learn. So ஏதாவது ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கு, ஒரு டெக்னிக்கல் இது இருக்குது, trying to understand why behind it, and then ability to learn quickly. That's what actually helped me a lot later in my career. So ஏதாவது ஒரு புதுசா ஒரு டாபிக் ஒர்க்ல வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா I was able to learn very quickly. So this learning quickly things is actually one of the most important things that I learned at college. In fact, நிறைய நம்ம ஆக்சுவலி படிக்கிற விஷயங்கள் லைக் இஃப் ஐ டேக் டேட்டா ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ஸ் அல்காரிதம்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் வந்து நிறைய படித்தேன் காலேஜ்ல. பட் அதெல்லாம் வந்து I think it took me almost 10 years before I actually applied them in my work because we are doing other stuff. So to stress the point, it's not that what you learned is important. It's more how can you learn quickly and then how can you apply them. That's much more important. Second thing which I learned from college is, before that in my school and also when I was a kid, I was basically an introvert. எனக்கு தமிழ்ல இன்ட்ரோவர்ட்டுக்கு எப்படி சொல்றேன்னு தெரியல. I used to stay with myself. ஏன்னா எங்க அப்பா வந்து பேங்க்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாரு. So he used to get transferred every 3 years. So I didn't have big friends and all that, until I came to college. So college, I got exposed to this, friend circle, and I had a big set of friends, and some of them are really friends for life. I'm still in touch with a lot of those people. They've actually got married and all that. Now we are, even family friends and all that. வேற இடத்துல இருக்காங்க. A lot of people are in India. நான் ஜெர்மனில இருக்கேன். There are people in US. So but we still are in touch with each other, and this whole like friends for life is another thing that GCT gave me. And most important one of those friends is actually my wife. So my wife is actually a classmate from my batch. And so I'm really happy that even though it was not my first choice, GCT had a big impact also on my life. நானும் என் ஒய்ஃபும் we actually watch a lot of science fiction movies. அதில் அந்த டைம் ட்ராவல் பற்றி வரும்போது she usually teases me and she asks me like, have you ever thought about like going back in time and then changing that and the maths exam போய் change பண்ணி so that you basically end up in where you wanted. And I always tell her that அது அப்படி பண்ணியிருந்தேன்னா then I wouldn't be where I'm here. So that's something which I don't want to, and I'm really happy for how my life has turned out to be, and how GCT played an important role in that. So I'm really happy, and that's what I want to conclude is by saying that all is well that ends well. So yeah. One last thing. Currently, if you look at LinkedIn, LinkedIn I'm very active, and connect with me on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn use it as also a platform where you can like if you have something to write, write those articles. You have something to learn, read, so use it as a place where you connect, and then let's all share our stories to the world. With that, I think I would like to conclude my talk, and I don't know if you have time, but maybe we can ask some question and Q&A now.
Yes, sir. Participants, if you have any questions and queries, please put in the chat box only. Don't unmute yourself. ஸோ யாரும் உங்களை அன்மியூட் பண்ணி டாக் பண்ண வேணாம். சேட் பாக்ஸில் மட்டும் கொஸ்டின் போஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க. சார் ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு கொஸ்டின் வந்திருக்கு.
Yeah, I'm actually reading it. Which is your dream college to join or your first option of college? So, I actually wanted to do computer science in Anna University. So, Anna University join Pannunga was my dream. But again, in the 4 mark cutoff ponadanaala, I ended up in GCT. But as I said, I don't regret that. I think, life has turned out to be pretty well based on those choices. Are there any other questions?
தண்ணி போட்டு என்னடி உனக்குள்ள பொட்டச்சிக்க எனக்கு
I think there is another question. What are the technical challenges you faced in your journey? I don't think there were any technical challenges. I mean, almost all problems, especially the technical ones, can be solved. So there is nothing impossible in terms of that you cannot solve. So with enough application of your brain and with effort and time, I think things can always be solved. So I don't think there was any particular technical challenges which I faced in my journey. I mean, of course, there were a lot, but we always almost solved all of them. And there is another question which says, what are the things necessary to get placed in tier 1 companies? I mean, நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி it's all about, first thing is all about soft skills and mindset. So எப்படி I mean mindset பத்தி ஒன்னு சொல்ல மறந்துட்டேன் நான். I mean companiesல mostly பாத்தீங்கன்னா agile development, that's basically the way we actually build software right now. So how do you work in teams? How would you collaborate with each other? How do you communicate? Those are much more important. And in addition to all those other things like those technical skills which people are looking for. So these two are I would say the ones that are required to get placed in tier 1 companies. But again, in the whole tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, it actually doesn't matter. I mean, as I said, I didn't get placed in the company that I wanted to, and then I got placed in a company which I left in 1 year because I didn't like the job. So you will figure out as you start to work, what you like to do and what your purpose is. இன்னொன்னு சொல்லணும்னு நினைச்சேன் நானு. This whole like marks and கம்மி மார்க் இருக்குது, I don't have the top things, அதெல்லாம் actually doesn't matter. என்னோட என் கூட படிச்ச classmates சில பேர், I still remember, I think they scored like, I don't know, 60% or 65%, all that. They're actually doing right now pretty well. They are senior managers or like top architects in very well-known companies and all that. So the marks and rank and all that helps you get to your company. So on the placement கிடைக்கும், but even there, I mean, நான் join பண்ண company, I didn't even stick around for 1 year. So all of this doesn't really matter. So முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி, don't get bogged down by adversity. இந்த மாதிரி மார்க் கம்மியா இருக்கு, இல்ல ரேங்க் இல்ல அப்படிங்கறதெல்லாம். Just try your best, try working hard, and then I mean, you all got into GCT, right? So and I'm pretty sure you'll make big in your life as well. Let's see, what are the other questions? Yes, my wife is working in Germany as well. In fact, we both have worked in the same companies throughout our career, except the most recent one where she still works at SAP and I'm with Telecom. What else do I have? Anand, I don't know, how much time do we have? Can we go through the rest of the questions as well?
Yes, sir. You can go through the rest of the questions, sir.
Okay.
No worries.
Why did you select computer science engineering? In fact, when I was a kid, I was more interested in space and astrophysics and those kind of stuff. But after a point in time, I think it was like 9th, 10th படிக்கும்போது, I started working with in the computer programming. Back then there was this basic DBase அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி I got interested. So I think 10th முடிச்சப்பவே I decided that I wanted to study computer science. ஏன்னா நான் 11thல வந்து biology எடுக்கல. And then that's how I started getting into computer science. Because I think I like programming and solving problems through computers. So that's what got me into computer science. Kumaraguru is one of your choice before GCT. No, I mean GCT was the choice that I had. Which course or stream will you prefer for us in this decade? அதோட question புரியல எனக்கு. Course or stream? Anand, do you understand what that question means? Which course or stream will you prefer for us in this decade? I don't get that.
Sir, actually, this decade is full of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, too much of automations. So, which type of skills do you prefer for the upcoming budding engineers?
So, I mean, definitely things that will get automated will get automated. So, ஒரு மெஷினால என்ன பண்ண முடியுமோ that will get automated. Which is why there are a lot of things which machines can't do. நான் அந்த கடைசி அந்த காமிக் புரிஞ்சுதான்னு தெரியல உங்களுக்கு இந்த ஏஐ பத்தி பேசின போது it's actually in the I mean the computer says we have finally beat you at go, so go gameல வந்து உங்களை பீட் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த ஹியூமன் வந்து ஓகே அப்படிங்கிறான். நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு what can we do more better அப்படின்னதுக்கு the man says being too cool to care about stuff. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி என்னதான் நடந்தாலும் அதை பத்தி கவலைப்படாம இருக்கிறது வந்து நம்மளால மட்டும்தான் முடியும். And then the computer gets அப்படியா நான் வந்து I'm going to apply CPU time and then basically he says see you've already lost. So there are actually a lot of things which computers cannot do. I mean especially when it comes to empathy, how do you deal with people and those kind of emotional stuff. And அந்த மாதிரி higher level of things will always be there, so that will not get automated, at least for now. And my urge is look into those kind of streams like machine learning la vandu enna pannalam, what can you do more, those kind of stuff will definitely help when you think about AI and automation. What's your point on AI like Matrix, Terminator? I mean AI, I mean, I actually like science fiction movies. I don't know if singularity will ever happen. I mean, singularity now, it's the event where machines take over humans. I hope it doesn't. And there are still things which humans can do, which machines will not be able to do. But most of the times, AI pati Hollywood la vandu indha mari like people create this kind of fear that it's all about killing people, it's about taking over. But in fact, if you look at it today, I mean, inga நான் இப்ப இருக்க வீட்ல வந்து most of the things are automated. So ஒரு lawn இருக்கு and there is actually a lawnmower robot. So there is a small robot which goes around and it mows the lawn. So and that's AI. There is a voice assistant. So light off பண்ணு சொன்னா it switches off the light. I mean that's AI. So I think there's also the more soft AI which we don't feel threatened about. And there's also in the Hollywood movies killing machines, which I think will always be there, but I don't know if that will ever happen. Let's see. Okay, some more questions. Do you think you would have reached the position which you expected to be while you're in college? What is your expectation? So honestly, Solona, I don't have expectations. My philosophy in life is more like like a flowing river. So ஒரு ஆறு எப்படி போகுதோ I just go with the flow. ஏன்னா நான் பண்ண பிளான்ஸ்லாம் ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகல. அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி போகணும்னு நினைச்சேன், ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகல. I ended up in GC, but which is why I'm here. So I don't really have a lot of expectations. I again, going back to what I said, I try to pursue excellence. I demand excellence from others. I stay curious. I'm nice to others, and then I leave it to the opportunities that come along, and then take it when it's there. Okay, programming languages. I think these are all very specific questions. What are things I have to do to improve my programming? I would say just the only way you can learn programming languages is by writing programs. So keep practicing. I mean, take these Top Coder and those kind of websites where you can actually practice problem solving. So yeah, that's something you can obviously do. So keep practicing, and that's the way to improve your programming knowledge. Do you have a robot in your house? Can you please show that, sir? கீழே போயெல்லாம் காட்ட முடியாது இப்போ, but it's actually I can share the picture later with Anand, and maybe he can share it with you.
Sure,
all right,
sir.
so I think I try to answer most of the questions that I can. Not sure if there's
Yes,
questions. So with that,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
thank you, Anand.
Yes, sir. I think now we are end of the session. So in this chat box, we will share the feedback link. So participants, please fill the feedback to get a e-participant certificate. So very thank you, Raghu sir. So it is not much easy to give a talk from Germany to the Indian people. So nowadays it is okay, but it is a very good effort and very great effort and contribution to our students and our community peoples. So uh, well and good, sir. So lot of thanks to on behalf of our GCT students and our participants and our alumni associations and our club students. So lot more. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
Yeah,
contribution, sir.
thank you. I mean, I also quite enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm glad that I could share some of my learnings and experience from the last couple of years, and I hope this was useful for you guys.
Sure, sir. I request one thing, sir. Our GCT Alumni Association Secretary, Dr. Prasanmurthy, sir, is here. So I request our Prasanmurthy, sir, to say few words.
Sure.
Uh, Dr. Prasanmurthy, sir.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Now it is audible, sir.
Okay, I have a problem with my camera.
Fine, sir. It's
Thank you, Mr. Raghuram. It was
Sure, my pleasure.
great pleasure listening to you. And this is totally a new initiative, altogether initiated by Lakshmi Narayanan. And now we have Pradeep, Sukumar, and our student team, Anand, Tamil, Nag Pradeep, Aishwarya, Karunya. The team is slowly, gradually getting builded, and hope to continue this series for a long time. And in the given scenario, in the COVID scenario, there are a lot of webinars happening, but this one, especially by the alumni to our students, is too good. And this has two benefits. One, the students get an opportunity to interact with the alumni and they learn something new, a technical content or motivational content or the latest disruptive technologies also they have an opportunity to hear. Along with that, it is an opportunity for them to understand the position of the alumni across the globe, which will definitely be very helpful for them to get self-motivated, and in future they can aspire for higher positions. So I take this opportunity again to thank Raghuram and also the previous speakers Mujibur Rahman and Lakshmi Narayanan, who dedicated their time talking and presenting their knowledge. So I again thank Anand and team for making this event happen very successfully. Have a great weekend. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah. Thank you. And just one more thing. In case if you have anything related to, I don't know, placements, what happens in the industry and those kind of stuff, yeah, feel free to reach out to me in LinkedIn. I'll try to see where I can help. And I also like this opportunity to give back to the college as well, which I, finally got the chance after 17 years. So I'm really grateful for opportunity to also speak here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We are also very surprised to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
So participants, you may leave now. Thank you for the participation.